Okay.
And we have a consultant from the school.
Yeah.
From the
Fire the resiliency program they have here, because they have a big fire program here doing all that other stuff, like going out to communities and saying what you need to do and doing surveys.
Clear the area.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the whole 9 yards. And what to how to retrofit your house, what to do about the porch and all that stuff. How the fires start and how the, you know. And so he's been over here a bunch. We've been consulting with him all the time. So
there's
because what our dream is, you know, is have this available when people like say, oh, we want to take people to see the model home. Okay, you might have to make an appointment because it can't just drive up here and go in or anything like that. But we'll set it up with the school, and they'll say, oh yeah, somebody will unlock the door for you, you know. And if it's a group like your group or school group or something, come on out, you know. And if we can, we'll meet them. And we want to have a display in there, move our panel in there and other displays, because there's going to be some solar panels here running solar.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
And it's passive.
that's passive solar.
I don't know what is the north-south orientation.
This
right
thing
now?
is facing, it's a few degrees east of south.
Okay.
It's a few degrees east of perfect south. And
on this wall?
that's south.
Yes. Okay.
So
okay.
And we're a little bit this way to try to catch in the winter.
Yep.
To get that morning sun blasting in there, good.
Yeah.
But
so you'll
it's
get
5 degrees or something.
And then in the summer, we're checking it out, and the shadow is perfect.
2
in the
foot
bottom.
overhang.
Oh, nice.
So the windows are shaded in the summer.
Yep.
It's
So
always that
you got the right
transition
over here,
period.
2 feet.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's looking beautiful. Looking absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it's all built by the students here, of which what do we have here? We got 4, 5.
So the adobes are the structural part, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's fully structural on,
Oh, yeah.
on the adobes.
Oh yeah.
And then it's the energy code.
Nice.
So we have
So on the floor, like insulation under the floor pad?
No, there's no
they
insulation,
need
but there'll be foam on the outside of this foundation,
Okay.
and then we have a pretty thick wall with insulation on some of the wall on the inside. And so we ran the numbers. Kurt did it. Ran all the numbers to get the energy code.
And people that were involved in the design was
Kurt
Yeah.
Gardella.
It was Kurt, Jake,
Yourself,
myself, Quentin,
and
Isaac.
Isaac and Quentin, and then a little bit of architecture oversight from Garen.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit,
From,
because we had needed a lot
Bill
of that.
Drews.
Oh, Bill Drews, yeah, engineer.
Okay.
Because he had to engineer the footing and this bond beam connections. Because the way we connected the bond beam was we came down here and we used plaster lath. And so that plaster lath goes under that course. Under that course, it goes up over the bond beam. You see a little bit of it there. So there's a bunch of those all. You can see 3 of them over there.
So basically, they're strips that you ran up
Strips.
over.
You ran up over, and they're anchored up top and down below, so that bond beam can't go anywhere. Yeah.
So it actually went right up over the bond beam
Yeah.
to do that, and then you just did anchoring along. Was that
It goes
see-
under the brick also.
It goes under the brick, so the weight of all those bricks
Okay.
is sitting on there.
Yep. So it actually, you know, looking at the wall this way, it goes across and comes
Yes.
under like that.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said 5 courses. We ended up going 7 courses, but 5 courses would have been enough. Come down 5 courses from the top.
Did you embed it first on the bottom, and then come up over it?
Yes.
Yes.
So we were going up with the wall. Here's where it goes. So lay it in the mud, and let it drop.
Yeah.
Then build up your wall, and then go up with it when the wall was done, and when the bond beam's in place, go up over.
Over that.
Tack
So you
and
leave
nail.
left enough so that even though you thought 5 courses up, you actually were able to go 2 more courses and still.
It was an error, but to our benefit, made it stronger. But 5 would have been enough, according to the engineer.
Okay.
We were miscounting when we were going up. We just put it here, and then we just stuck with that and around.
So literally, the engineer said, okay, if those straps are in place at the placements that they are, and the overwrap with that much weight being part of that, and the tensile strength of the lath, and that the wire and all that, and the way they're anchored, it will say that the roof lift off, which is that whole reason for doing the bond beam up, other than shaking, is enough to hold it in place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, because that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it
and
is.
then, and we got
Sure
Tico
is.
fasteners and everything all around where the trusses are anchored down with Tico hangers on every truss to the bond beam there.
Okay.
So those are all tied.
Yeah.
And so
The
it's
Adobe's were made by the students as well.
yeah, made all Adobe's right here.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So from soup to nuts on that.
Yeah, did that
And
take
I have
a
to add
minute?
everything up.
That's a lot of work. isn't it?
Yeah. I think we're
Repeatedly.
$40,000 in material costs.
40?
40 in material costs.
Wow.
The big cost is
So-
the window.
Yeah.
If you think owner build, and you maybe hire some people or other, I think you could build this house for under 100.
What's this? Is this square? It looks to be about
25 by 35.
Okay, so
So
you're about
875.
Okay, yeah.
But the interior is like
722.
720
Yeah, 722.
on the
Are you?
interior. 'cause the walls are
And you're already plumbed and stuff like that in there, right?
No,
Are
we're
you
not
gonna do
doing
it?
plumbing, electrical.
Oh,
We're
okay.
doing all that through lecture and demonstration.
Oh, nice.
Because
Okay.
the only electrical will be this couple
Yeah.
solar panels, running a light or
Illumination.
two, and then
Coffee
running a
pot.
data logger. I like to run a data logger in there, and
Very
then maybe be set up so you can heat your water for coffee or something.
By the way,
Vagina.
have you got it figured out what you want for data logger?
No,
Okay, we're going to do that. We're building. Actually, our son is going to put together a data logger using low energy. They call them Raspberry Pis, but it's a built system using these little modules, and you put sensors. We're going to put. We built an office out of our compressed earth blocks down there in Albuquerque as a demonstration of what we're doing. We being my partner and I, we're bonding our blocks with epoxy.
oh, wow, you really want it to be super strong.
It is
Rather-
super strong, but it turns out it's actually fairly cost efficient.
Is it really? Because
It
of
is.
phosphate.
Well, you can buy it. It has one of those cost curves that when you go to the store, Lowe's,
Oh
and
yeah,
buy
you know,
it,
buying
it's
bulk.
this. Yeah, you start buying in bulk, and the cost drops per unit volume.
Are you
by-
using EPON epoxies? You buy in 5 gallon?
Yep.
EPON 828,
50
824?
gallon.
50 gallons.
I've got 200 gallons.
828?
828.
That's the one I use for
yeah,
vegans.
yeah.
828 and 3140 for the bonder.
For the
Epicure,
curative.
3140.
Okay, we're using a different one.
Okay, but still.
But
I
So-
don't find it to be, I mean, it's not as cheap as lime mortar or something.
well, what we're doing, the thing about it is that the compressed earth blocks, the difference is that they're so smooth,
Right.
and so
Oh,
our
right.
joints
You want
are
some-
1 to 2 millimeters thick,
Oh, so you're not using much epoxy at all.
1 ounce per block,
Yeah.
and our blocks are smaller, 12-8-4,
Yeah.
rather than you're using.
Well, the
10-14.
828, that you know, the beauty of that stuff
It's
is
thick.
it has a very long pot life. When
It
I
does.
mix it with the Epicure, you got 12 hours or something. I mean, you know, not that much, but you got a long pot lifetime. So
we
it's,
actually are using a different curative,
uh,
and our
speed it up.
it's 100% full set in 30 minutes.
Oh, you're using you're using a different one. I like the
Yeah.
long set. I like the slow set.
Well,
But-
it's interesting because you can lay it down and place and move and then get it
Yeah,
locked.
if it's solid, it's solid.
And so you can do
Just
non-stop
keep going.
construction. So we're going to petition CID to look at this as a legitimate
Mm-hmm.
means for the CEBs
Mhm.
to do that because of that short
Yeah,
set time.
right.
We should be able to bypass the 5 courses.
Uh-huh.
Haven't you done a test on that? What do you call it? A shake table test?
It's a shear test. Shear
A
test.
shear test.
Well,
and
the
what else?
epoxy.
Fire test.
And
Did-
fire test. We've done a full up ASTM E119
Uh-huh.
fire test, and so it's been an interesting journey to figure this out.
Yeah. Well, the adhesive quality of that is way more than you need.
Exactly.
You know, it's way higher.
We're actually trying to figure out how to
weaken it a little bit so you can get more usage out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the micro balloons, or because the micro balloons work, as well as the silica powder, and then also you can do acetone to a degree.
Acetone will kind of thin it.
Thin it, but maybe you don't want that.
I don't want that. And also the acetone, the VOC's out.
Oh yes, that's right.
And so we're the way it is right now. There's no VOCs coming off.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's that was part of our testing that we did at the labs, including
what lab?
Sandia Labs.
Oh wow.
4 years of testing there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What's the application method?
Brush it?
No, it's a pressurized. We've got this device now. Jim, my partner Jim, is a technophile. He's the one that made his. He bought the dang Cybertruck. He's got 2 of them. I don't need to get into that, but he's a tech guru. And so he found this pneumatic applicator. It'll hold 3 gallons of resin, 1 gallon of curative. Cable coming up with a you plug in an 80 psi compressor to it, and then you're sitting there all day with a mix tip, a 2-parter coming into a mix tip, that swirler, and you just start laying it down.
Okay. With a 30-minute set on that, how are you keeping all of that stuff from setting up in the tube and the ejector?
Right at the gun.
It mixes right there?
It comes out, and the 2 exits are literally like Siamese twins right there, with just a little gap in between.
Yeah.
So you put the mix tip on, and it's like a bell
And the mix
collar.
tips you throw them.
You just toss them.
Yeah.
And
it's
what
a little
it is,
helical mix tip.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. They're like $5 a piece.
Right. You got to add that in.
Yeah. And so when you're sitting there, you just plan out. Okay, get all the blocks ready to go. Get the crew ready to go. That you can shut off you said about the pot life, the life of the material in that machine is, it just will sit there for months without any problem at all.
Yeah.
And you put another mix tip in and you go at it again.
Right, got it.
Anyway, that being said, it's a good way to do it. I've got a picture of our shed.
I mean, it seems to me that if you could do that, ideally, you'd have a little longer pot life. I mean, 30 minutes is tight, and I don't know if an hour would make a lot of difference in terms of how many courses and how much you have to change those mix tips and stuff. That's your test, what?
That's our test. That's our little shed. That's going to be our office, right? And so when you look at it, this is fully set.
Yeah.
And you can see what the joints are.
Oh, that's amazing.
So the head joints are the variable then.
The head joints are variable, and what we're trying to do.
Well, what are you putting in there? Epoxy too, right?
No, we're kind of gap filling with just mud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And where are you doing this?
Where?
Yeah.
Down in Albuquerque, way at the on South Broadway, almost down by Isleta. This is our block yard. We got like 24,000 blocks on the ground right now.
Oh, nice.
In between
For your
machines
house,
breaking.
you're gonna build 24,000?
What size are they?
That's a big house.
No, we're actually going to build.
Stockpiling.
Yeah, we're stockpiling them right now because our first
What
project
size are
actually is a fourplex.
Oh.
We're going to do industrial look.
Oh, this for commercial purposes.
Yes and no. We're going to build homes too when we get to that.
Sell.
To sell, but no, our real seller is going to be like low. We're going to try to get into the market of addressing lower cost earthen construction for younger people that right now can't afford a what they would consider to be a forever home or something.
Right. I got you.
And so we think if we can build this way, the younger people like. Kind of the industrial look and stuff like that. They don't mind.
What can you get those bricks for? Cost?
Well, we're making them, so
You haven't calculated. Have you?
We're trying to get. But right now, the blocks we got 24,000. We figure they've cost us about $10 a block.
So that really
kidding.
encompasses all of your R&D time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that amortizes over the next couple.
So you might get them down
just
to
in
five.
raw cost right now. If we just section out, just say, okay, forget all that sunk cost. What does it cost to get raw materials to put Portland in? We bought a. This will. Sorry.
those blocks
I
are made
came
of
to
Portland?
I came to do this, but
Well,
but
you should follow your train of thought and finish talking about the cost.
yes. So the cost, the all-in cost of it right now is looking at we're looking at south, and this we're trying to drive the cost down to below $2 a block,
Okay, yeah. Well,
Right.
that's
and we think we can do that day in and day out. Notwithstanding the fact that as soon as the machine breaks, then we're still paying labor, even though no blocks are coming out. There's things like that. So if
and that
you even
machine's
keep
temperamental,
peeling,
isn't it? Little bit.
they tend to break.
Yeah.
Or
Or they tend
like-
to need special maintenance.
Sean Kaltenbach,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. We've talked to him a lot, and he said one of the wisest things he has said is that compressed earth blocks are a byproduct of keeping the machines running.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Truer words were
No, I
never
mean
uttered.
that's a big issue.
It's the biggest
Yeah.
issue, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can figure out a whole lot of stuff, and the cost of keeping the machines going is surprising.
Yeah.
For instance, we bought our machines from old Bill Powell and Dan Powell's son, who's now the Dan Powell and Earth Tech out there in San Isidro. He's still making them, and I bought used machines from him. And we start using them, and the first thing that happens is the machines are older, and it started skewing the press foot, which ground the edges of the mold apart, which then made the blocks bell-shaped, which then, as they were pushed out, cracking, we're like, oh my God, what? And he said, well, the only real recourse is to put a whole new mold in it, which was $10,000 on a 16. We bought a used machine for 16. We had to put another 10 in it. We since put at least another. So
Like Helen, I wonder what Helen's cost is. And up at a call day, Mel Medina,
yeah,
had that big laydown, that Ton Sump machine.
yeah.
I bet it was pretty efficient.
Oh, it absolutely is. And Susie Jerome down there at Mule Creek she had either one
Hans
or
Sumpf.
two. She had a Hans Sumpf, you're able to get the cost down with those machines, and they're not as complicated.
Right.
As
They're not going to break
the
up.
Right. It's a
It's a lot easier.
Avenue is making one, right?
Who?
Avenue. Avenue.
It's something smaller though.
Oh,
A smaller scale. Like I think they're turning out 30 bricks at a shot or 40 bricks or something like that.
Didn't they pick
Right
up
now they're
Rob's
using Rob's.
lay-down machine? Yeah.
Well, they may
Rob's,
have got a
machine.
used machine.
He's
I
got
don't know
a
what they
tape.
did.
Yeah, they got
lay down
Rob's.
machine.
yeah. Rob has so it's
So
it's up here somewhere.
Avenue is using his
Yeah.
machine to. They're making 40,000 bricks for the museum.
The museum.
Yeah.
Right.
45,000.
Yeah, doing this.
Well,
It's,
we're learning everything.
Well,
Learn by
I'll
doing
tell you, in my, because I take it seriously about representing all forms of earth and as chair of the Earthbuilders Guild. And the problem is that without some expression, this is my own opinion, and I'm welcome to it, but without some expression of something accessible in a modern setting, sort of sense of that, younger people aren't going to come on board because they'll look at traditional Adobe and they'll see it for the beauty and the function that it is, but it's out of reach for them unless they do it themselves. There's things
they
like
have
that.
to participate doing it themselves.
Exactly.
But there are individuals who want to do it.
Agreed with all of that. The problem is that, as we know, just like with Mel going and nobody taking that over, there's less and less what I would call commercial level producers of blocks. There's one-offs. Josh is trying to set something up. There's people that are trying to do it, but it becomes problematic because it's.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the governor at San Ildefonso really likes this. They're talking about, then they said they do this, you know, because they're getting a lot of dirt, more than they need out of that hole.
Oh, God.
So stockpile it, because, you know, when this project ends, guess what? We're going to keep this business going. I mean, that's a little dream they have. Now, whether they can actually do it or not, but they could replace melt right there, and could happen. I've been really encouraging them.
Oh,
Why
good,
not?
good. Yes, we need it. We need.
But there's another thing too, and right here, like let's just take Las Vegas for example. There are 500 abandoned vacant homes in Vegas. Maybe 33% or 40% they're old adobes. I've been looking at them. There's an incredible resource, and you look at it, and some of them, I'm looking at one right now, the two buildings, and one of them is, I mean, the roof is in good shape, the walls are in good shape, but it's like electricity's bad, plumbing is bad, all the features, they've, you know, framed up everything, covered everything up, you can't, you know, there's no good insulation, the features and all this, and the connectivity and all these kinds of problems.
Yeah.
But they're all fixable at a reasonable cost. Now, the building behind it, the roof is caving in, but the walls are still standing. Because a lot of times when the roof caves in, all the water's going in the middle, but it's not hitting the outside edge.
Oh, true.
So you've got a good standing wall, but the rest of it. And we've done buildings, well, we did one in Chimayo. I'm talking about a ruin and brought it back. But
Well,
we had a special grant.
around the plaza.
Yeah.
Was that it? Is
That
that
was Lucero.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that was
but
a
see,
fantastic.
that's a little bit beyond, because we had big grants and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But to do housing, pay attention to this, because in New Mexico, the state is on board with this. The state of New Mexico is on board. The program is called Restoring Our Communities. $4 million out of last year's legislature, and they're continuing, and they're also attempting to upgrade that program, upgrade that housing program.
Wow.
So what I'm
Nice.
saying is, you know, that's just Vegas. All you have to do is ride through Moore Valley, or you go over here to Villanueva Valley where I am, and that's where he is too, and look at some of these chock-a-block. In our little community alone, that lady came in and bought 2 wrecked adobe homes. Within a year, transformed them. With a little bit of money.
Magdalena?
Yeah. We go, look at what she did. I mean, and most people would look at that place, and of course, when they went there to look at it, when he was selling it, it was a total disaster area. Like it was like 100 trucks of trash. That's the same thing that's happening down here. There's so much garbage in there, and that house is full of shit. You get it all cleared out of there, and you've got something to start with.
Yeah.
And she did it. I mean, she did it just on her own. She did it. She's remodeled houses before,
Yeah.
so she knows a little bit about what to do. But all I'm saying here is that's a whole nother genre that in New Mexico we got to pay attention.
We do, absolutely, because they exist already with the right with an understanding TLC hand.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the city of Las Vegas is doing now? Red tagging some of the houses.
So they're going to tear.
We-
so they're
we
going
said-
to be torn.
Well, not
We
necessarily
said
tear
one.
them down. They're trying to force those owners to do something. They're not necessarily trying to tear them down. The owners might tear them down, but the owners, listen to this too. You ever try to take an adobe house down? I bet you maybe.
Yeah. Get that dynamite.
Those are dynamite.
You gotta have a big old piece of equipment, and you better be ready to haul all that stuff somewhere. You know, because it's a big old deal. And so we're trying to talk to them. Go down.
Concrete cutting. Have you ever used them? Oh, anyway, they had a buttress wall. We were doing some adobe work, and they had a buttress wall to take down. And the guy said, "Oh, from precision concrete cutting." He said, "Oh, it's the easiest adobe." After a while, they said, "Get the dynamite." Then it kicks in.
Well, you know, and
Some of it.
that issue, and one of the things that it reminds me about a thing that Lewis, down at our board member down in, he's in kind of Cruces, El Paso area. but he's trying to work in El Paso because they're condemning those older houses. They're gentrifying, and they're going in and tearing down the adobes because they're old mud homes, and then they're putting up stick frame to make it more modern and stuff. And it's like, are you? And so he's been working. He's really trying to work towards getting them to also see the value, that the inherent value of exactly what you're talking about.
It's like having a '57 Chevy
Yeah.
in your backyard, and they say, "Oh, it looks awful. It's rust, and this and that." That's throw it in the junkyard, you know.
Our next door was a picture of an adobe home that had a tractor in front of it, and a tornado went through, and the house is still standing, and the tractor flipped upside over there down the field.
Well, that's the other thing, you know, there's places in this country where this type of structural integrity of having heavy mass walls, when they're built right and are reliable, can change people's lives as far as safety goes, either fire or wind or various other things that happen like that. Tornadoes.
I mean,
No,
you
they're-
get 300 miles an hour, all bets are off. But,
Well, 300, yeah. But, you know, on a standard,
yeah, 100 miles an
like
hour.
or even a 200, if you built it right, they can hold up.
Right.
You know, they that's what OU's. That's one of the reasons that Oklahoma University went down that pathway on that, is because they're in Tornado Alley, and they, you know, I've seen pictures that they have of like
They've done testing on that.
well, there's that wind lab down in Texas somewhere
Okay.
where they do that. I think the answer is yes, but I'm not going to swear to it. But I think that program is sort of
I
dwindled
think
down.
they used to come to Earth USA.
They
That's
did.
our picture.
Yeah.
Total
we saw
devastation.
Holiday and
Nothing
Yeah,
left
that's
in
right.
the
We're
neighborhood,
up in Tornado Alley.
except for the adobe.
yeah. So I had a good bit of conversations with those folks out there about that. So
And
anyway,
it was CEB.
well, how about if I take some pictures?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And,
I mean, we're eating
well,
lunch, and
I know you guys
like I said,
need to eat lunch.
if you want pictures of people doing stuff, if you don't get them, Barb has 1 million pictures.
I have pictures of ordinance too.
And, yeah, okay, I will talk to you about that, because I'd love to put together a story for the Earthbuilders Guild and say this is part of what's happening in the program here.
Yeah, those were built.
And so, because a lot of the people that
you turn any house down.
the way I would put this is,
Yeah.
because I'm an adjunct professor there at Santa Fe Community College in the CEB part with Kurt and doing all that.